Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it is that time of year again. I am going to be sharing with you my spring VIB sale recommendations from Sephora. I look forward to doing this video every single year. I asked you guys on my Instagram as well as my YouTube community tab, which if you guys didn't know exists, I am able to post like statuses and polls and stuff on my YouTube community tab if you want to go check that out. But either way, I asked you guys if you wanted to see an updated spring sale recommendations, just because I have filmed videos like these in the past and I hate to sound repetitive or kind of keep pushing the same products on you guys, if that makes any sense. But I was browsing Sephora, browsing my collection, and there are a couple of new things that came out after last year's VIB sale that I figured I had to mention to you guys that I really love. Sephora like never has sale, so this VIB sale is huge for us Sephora lovers, us makeup lovers, and if there's any time to buy makeup or skincare from Sephora, the time is now. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my recommendations if you want to shop the sale, what I think are some really great products from Sephora. I also did go ahead and try everything on for you guys so you can see how the products apply and the colors of them and all of that good stuff as I am talking about them. I really hope that you guys enjoy seeing this video, and if you want to see my Sephora sale recommendations, make sure to keep on watching. So just to give you guys a little bit more information on discounts and dates, if you are a Rouge member, your discount is 20% off, and the sale is already open when I am uploading this video. Sorry I'm a few days late, but the sale for Rouge members opened on April 17th and goes through May 1st. If you are a VIB member, your discount is 15% off, and the sale opens April 21st and goes through April 29th. And if you are a Beauty Insider, your discount is 10% off, and the sale opens for you on April 23rd and goes through April 27th. So my first recommendation for the Sephora sale is the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP Brow Pencil. I am sure some of you guys are tired of hearing me talk about it. A lot of these products, actually, I'm sure you guys know, are some of my favorites. This year I really wanted to recommend this brow pencil for you guys because I didn't have this last year to recommend, and this has just become quickly my favorite brow pencil ever. It's the perfect color for me. First of all, I wear this in the shade medium brown for reference, and it just is like the perfect skinniness. It makes the most natural looking hair-like strokes, and also I'm very picky about the formula of my brow pencils. I don't like them too creamy and overly pigmented where it could look like a Sharpie brow, and I also don't like my brow pencils too dry to where they tug and they end up not even showing up on the brow. The Fenty Beauty one just has the most perfect in-between formula. I actually used this one up pretty quickly, and I did pretty much finish this up in today's try-on. I was like really struggling to use up the last of that product, and I also love that it has the little brush on the end instead of a traditional spoolie. This was something that I was skeptical about before trying the product, but it just brushes out the brow hairs nicely, and also it lays the brow hairs nice and flat, especially if you do a little wax or like brow gel and then go in with this. I did finish this up, so I might have to repurchase this myself during the sale this year. My next recommendation for the Sephora sale, of course, no one's surprised, Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. I think now is the perfect time to get your hands on these at such an amazing discount. I wanted more than anything to be able to recommend to you guys my Jackie Aina palette today. This is my favorite palette of all time. I won't go on and on about it, but unfortunately this is not available on Sephora anymore. Quick side note, I do think it is still available on ABH's website if you guys want to purchase it. But the other two palettes that I would say if you were going to shop an Anastasia palette during the sale, I would highly recommend sticking with the classic palettes, either the Modern Renaissance, which was like their first iconic palette. This one is a mix of warm tones, cool tones, a little bit more like deep and purpley, but my all-time favorite palette is the one I'm wearing today, and of course that is the Soft Glam palette, which is very self-explanatory. This is the perfect palette for a soft glam. Whether you want something warm, a little bit more like pinky orange, you can go a little bit deeper and more of like a bronzy, sultry nighttime type of glam if you really wanted to, but Everything about this palette is just perfection, from the formula to the colors. I've used up almost all of Burnt Orange, which is my favorite Anastasia eyeshadow ever. If I had this palette when I was going to my junior and senior prom, I would have worn this. I will probably end up wearing this palette on my wedding day, whenever that would be. Like, that's how much I love this palette. I'm already calling that this is going to be my wedding day palette. So definitely a must-have for the Sephora sale. Would this be a true Jackie Ann video if I didn't talk about multiple Anastasia products in the same video? Probably not, but the next thing I want to go ahead and recommend to you guys is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. This is the absolute only foundation in my collection that I could see myself continuously repurchasing for $38. This is truly a high medium to full coverage foundation. It's very buildable, and as you guys can see, it just leaves a really beautiful sheen on the skin. It's not overly dewy, you don't look greasy. Luminous is the absolute perfect word for the foundation because the finish is gorgeous. It's like a mix of a satin and a luminous. I just love it so much. It speaks for itself. I'm sure you guys can see how it's looking upon application. And it is also available in 50 shades. I think when a product has such an extensive shade range, it does make it that more appealing to me, because I absolutely love talking about inclusive products and sharing inclusive products with you guys. I really don't like talking about stuff that not everyone would be able to use and it wouldn't work for everyone's skin tones. I currently wear this in the shade 210N, which for reference on the website is described for light skin with a neutral golden undertone. I do like the shade, however, I do think it's a little bit too golden on me. So I think if I were ever to repurchase this foundation, I might go up a shade a little bit, something maybe that's neutral warm or just neutral. Other than the shade being a little bit off, I really don't have anything else negative to say about this foundation. If you guys are in the market for a new foundation during the spring sale, I would definitely check out this one. My next recommendation is the Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is their Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer. I wear mine in the shade 185, which is perfect for me. I love this shade of concealer, and this is probably one of the most creamy and comfortable hydrating concealers that I've tried underneath my eyes. Now, although this isn't the most full coverage concealer that I've tried on my eyes, at the same time, it is also one of the most beautiful. As I mentioned, it's very creamy and it has a beautiful medium to full coverage finish. I would say it leans more medium, like a high medium coverage. Upon application, creamy is just the only word that I could think of, because you apply it, it goes on so smooth, it blends out so easily, and it leaves the under eye looking brightened, lifted. It leaves it also looking very lively and hydrating. The Sephora website says that this has a matte finish to it, but it really only turns matte once I personally set it with powder. I would almost say it's a little bit like borderline whipped or moussey. It just feels so luxurious under the eye. I wear this in the shade 185. Fenty has that beautiful extensive shade range. For reference, I wear the foundation in the shade 190, so 185 is just like one step up to highlight my under eyes, which I love, without being too stark white. If you want a really subtle under eye concealer with no highlight, get your same exact shade that you wear in the foundation. If you want a really highlighted concealer, then you could go a couple shades up. And I would even think this concealer would be a beautiful formula to do a little cream contouring, because it's really light and airy. I see this blending out on top of foundation really well. Then in that case, you might want to go darker in the concealer to contour. Fenty makes it really simple, and I was able to find my concealer shade really easy just off of my foundation. My next recommendation is a little bit more of a pricey one. That's why I want to talk about it to you guys today, while you can get it on sale if you want to. Although I have a feeling a lot of you might have this in your collection already, and that is the ever so classic NARS Laguna blush. Not blush, NARS Laguna bronzer. I do not have it as a single. I only have the NARS bronzer in this face palette, which I don't believe is available anymore, but I love, love, love NARS Laguna. This is definitely more of a recent discovery for me. I would always hear about this blush years and years ago on YouTube, tube. It was a classic, everyone's favorite and staple bronzer. I just never went ahead and bit the bullet because NARS is pricey, NARS is expensive, but after trying it out in this palette, I see what the hype is about. It is the perfect neutral bronzer. I feel like this could work for a lot of skin tones. It's not gray, it's not red, it's not pink or orange. It is just a bronzer. Like, it's a classic bronzy shade. When I swatch it, I don't really see like a strong particular undertone. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. It's just that perfect in-between bronzer. I did pack it on pretty dark here so you guys can see, but it's buildable. You can fluff it on a little bit. You could really build it up for an intense bronze. I also used it today to contour the sides of my nose, and it's just really been working for me. I haven't picked up another bronzer in a while now. High-end highlighters are one of my guilty pleasures. I get a lot of my highlighters from Sephora, and I think so many of them are so good. I could probably think of like 5 or 10 of them to recommend to you guys today, but I really wanted to try to make this video a little bit more unique than stuff I've mentioned in the past. I know I've talked about my Fenty one. I know I've talked about Becca, Makeup Forever. But for highlighter today, I found something that I really wanted to recommend to you guys because it truly is unique and different, and that is the Trace-Stick Starlighter. These highlighters are incredibly cute and give off an amazing glow. I believe this retails for $18 on Sephora's website. I might sound like I am really plugging Trace-Stick, but I promise I am not sponsored or anything. I just really love their brand, and I know a lot about the brand and their products because I used to intern for them a few years ago. So this is their all over Starlighter powder stick. I have this one in the shade Galactic Gold, which is the most beautiful gold. All of Trace-Stick products are in stick form, and this is their first powder product, and it's actually the first like scroll up powder stick like this of its kind, which is so unique. It is so interesting. I will do a swatch on my hand. You just apply it directly on the hand and it gives the most beautiful golden glow. I love it. You literally just apply it directly on the face and it disperses the product so nicely in the application. I'm sure you guys can see I just took a little brush to kind of blend it out, but it truly gives the most beautiful glow from within. It doesn't look like any powder sitting on top of your skin. It almost doesn't really look like you're wearing makeup. It just looks like the most beautiful, like your skin is glowing from the inside. It's been one of my favorite highlighters and I really wanted to recommend it to you guys for that reason. I feel like skin and highlighter, especially in 2020, is going towards a more simple approach. I still love my full coverage, but I love a little bit more of a luminous look. I like the highlighter to be a little bit more toned down, and this is the perfect product for that. I thought it would be a really fun product and a fun addition to add to this video. Next up, I want to recommend to you some of my favorite lip products that are available at Sephora. First of all, being the Fenty Gloss Bombs, all of them. All of the colors are amazing. These glosses get all of the hype that they do get for a reason. So I went ahead and tried on a couple of shades for you guys here. The first shade that you guys are going to see me try on is their classic clear gloss, which is in the shade Glass Slipper. I honestly never thought I would be such a huge fan of clear gloss because I always found them either sticky or too slippery and they would just slide off the lips and disappear. But Glass Slipper has the most perfect formula. It's the same formula that the other gloss bombs have. I think this would look beautiful topped on top of any lip color. I haven't tried it out like that because I don't want to ruin the wand and get any color in my pretty clear gloss here. The second one, of course, is just the classic Fenty Glow Lip Gloss. This one is a little bit of a warmer shade, a little bit of a rose gold. It's a very beautiful shade. I think most people can get use out of this, whether you're very fair or you have deeper skin, more warm, more cool. It's a very universal lip shade. And the third one, which is my personal favorite, is in the shade Fussy, which is more of a pinky rose shade that I find myself wearing the most just with any eye look. It's really just quick and easy, matches with everything. It's like a true, yeah, pinky rose. That's the best way to describe it. If you guys want to go ahead and try other Fenty shades or just have other color glosses to play around with, I also recommend the Glossy Posse from Fenty. This is such a cute set. You get 5 shades of their gloss bomb. I believe 3 of these are unique to the set and then 2 of them are available in full size. So in here you get the shade Fussy, which is the one I tried on. Also the shade Hot Chocolate, which is a beautiful deep brown shade. And then the three that are unique and exclusive to this set are Cheeky, which is an orange, Confetti, which is a kind of clear white gloss with a blue duochrome, and the shade Pretty Please is a beautiful hot pink gloss. So I believe this set retails for $42 for the 5 mini glosses, and it comes in this really cute tin. I kept it because I love keeping stuff like this with the 5 glosses inside. Last but not least, the last thing that I have to recommend to you guys for the Sephora sale is the lip combo that I'm wearing today, and that is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, both the Reshape and Resize lip liner and the Pillow Talk lipstick. What a beautiful and classic lip color. I've heard about this again for years, and I didn't get my hands on it until this past Christmas, and I see what the hype is about. Again, Charlotte Tilbury is expensive. I believe the lipstick itself is like $34 or $35, and the spring sale is the perfect time to get more expensive stuff like this. I'll give you guys a quick swatch of the lip liner. It is so smooth and creamy, probably one of the most creamy lip liners that I've tried, and this is just such a great deeper nude shade for my skin tone. I think they recently did expand to like Pillow Talk Medium and Pillow Talk Deep, different shades of Pillow Talk, but I believe I just have the original one. Here is the Pillow Talk lipstick right beside it. They're pretty much the same exact color. Maybe the lip liner is a half a shade darker than it. It goes on very easy and creamy, but I almost feel like it has a little bit of a dry down, and it definitely has more of a matte finish on the lips, if that makes any sense, but it's a very comfortable matte, very satiny, very creamy. I could still like rub my lips together. It's emollient and comfortable. The packaging is gorgeous. It definitely has some weight to it. It's very luxurious and elegant feeling, and I love keeping this on display. I usually keep it right back there, but one of my favorite lipsticks lately. So if you guys have been thinking about wanting to try this lipstick, now's the time. Save some money, and if you do try it, definitely let me know what you think of it. All right, you guys, so that is going to complete this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing all of my Sephora spring sale recommendations. I really love all of these products, and I get so excited for the sale every year. I may do some shopping myself. I do have a little bit or a long bit of a Sephora wish list going on my account, but happy shopping, you guys. Definitely let me know what you end up picking up from the sale. If you try any of my recommendations, I would love to know. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this video and spending time with me today. If you did, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel before you leave. I would love to have you guys here as part of my little YouTube fam. If you don't want to miss out on any of my future videos, click that notification bell down below and you'll get notified every single time that I upload a new video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!